Muy buenas, 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 soy Sigiloco Games, estamos aquí en el The Witcher 3. Y como verán, estoy aquí justamente en el palacio de Beauclerc, donde la reina Ana Henrietta nos ha dado una misión de detener a un asesino, a un monstruo asesino. Y de momento tenemos que buscar al caballero de Peyrac, porque es el siguiente objetivo del monstruo asesino. Entonces vamos a tener que rápidamente ir por acá. También voy a comentar una cosilla. Soy nivel 42, he subido un poco más de nivel. He recogido algunas cosillas por ahí, me he hecho una nueva espadita. Tengo nuevos equipamientos así para el caballito. Y en el mapa tengo bastante zona ya descubierta. Vamos a ver. Muchas de estas zonas de aquí están descubiertas, algunas no las he hecho porque me falta nivel, más cabe decir. Pero otras las he dejado por ahí, para una siguiente ocasión en Twitch. Y bueno, vamos a continuar con la misión principal y después tenemos aquí unas cuantas misiones secundarias, como pueden ver. Tenemos caballería de suelo, tenemos un montón de misiones secundarias y tenemos unas cuantas de también contratos de grupo que vamos a realizar. Pero bueno, primero vamos a tratar de conseguir. Vamos aquí con Axia. Los objetivos que nos marcan. ¿Cuál es el primero? Vamos a... sí, aquí está. Lo que sí debo decir es que, un poco más abajo, es que el DLC es más difícil que el juego principal. O sea, la dificultad sí es que... aquí está.
Perhaps an apple will work, or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Demonios. A ver, aquí tengo... acá unicornio. Ya está.
Calm down. Easy now.
Muy bien.
Well, that's hardly fair.
Flagrant cheating is what it is. Sirs, we must teach this scamp some proper sportsmanship.
Listen, I didn't break any rules.
True, he won fair and square.
We were unlucky, that's all. We must try to grab the next clue.
A ver, vamos a hacer algo aquí antes de seguir con la matanza. Vamos a poner aquí de ilusión. Porque, ahí tuve suerte.
Entirely inappropriate behavior. A complete collapse
Ah,
of
muchacho.
social norms.
¿Qué demonios? ¿Por qué no corres? Ah, más rápido creo que voy corriendo. ¿Qué te digo?
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
It was to be golden.
Do you think I don't know that?
Vamos a ver.
What the blazes?
Did someone just dive in the water? Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Dámelo. Toffee. Dámelo.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavily coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Okay.
Bomb-botched wretch!
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful.
¿Por qué no vas más rápido, muchacho? Pasa. Así es. No.
Yes, a face no ointment could help.
It's positively useless. She can't possibly see the thing.
Muy rápidamente. ¿A dónde? Ah, acá. Estaba cerca. No es necesario hacer viaje rápido.
But your grace...
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
¿Verdadero?
Let's see. Groan. With ease gives us green, right? And mouse with the head of hard cheese. Greenhouse?
You're a genius. Several greenhouses in the gardens, indeed, but only one locks, the key to which looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go. Wait here.
Uf, muy tarde.
What the butch? What was that?
Tension, tension.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Not here to talk about me.
Yet that is exactly what we are doing. So, did they send you after me? Who are they?
What do you mean, they? Duchess hired me. You've been murdering her subjects.
Is it as simple as that? I would ask you to convey to the Duchess that I've but one victim left, but you'll not get the chance.
Cuidado con este.
Let you kill again.
Vamos a ponernos aquí un aceitaco de vampiros. Vamos a poner aquí. ¿Dónde está mi poción? Sangre negra. Con esto no sirve la sangre negra, así que voy a ponerme rayo. Listo. Con esto no se va a servir ninguna clase de poción tampoco, pero de momento vamos a ponernos este. ¿Qué haces?
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate!
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
Are you?
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn, though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am. But not to worry, I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here, at least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him. Immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Dettlaff doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted, and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Dettlaff is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Muy bien. Vamos a ver qué tenemos por aquí. Mil Reyes, Roguelike, dice cuantitos, Tersig, amigo de Geralt. Quieto. Informe de compras. Interesante. No. Espérate. Gracias. Por acá arriba tenemos cositas, vamos a ver. Un par de armaduras. Y antes, si corro hasta allá. No. Vámonos.
We must allow the Witcher to ply his trade.
Bueno, ahora sí tenemos bastantes misiones que hacer. Y la primera que vamos a hacer es... ¿Dónde está? Este, hogar de suegra. Vamos a la vía que nos... ¿Qué pasó aquí?
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
Dearest.
I suspect weighty affairs, rather than merely the wine festival, have drawn you to Toussaint. Perhaps you'll find time to probe a certain matter in spite of this. I recently came across the mention of one Professor Moreau, a scholar in Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. Though the details are rather murky, as is the location of the scholar's laboratory, his journal could contain more information. It lies buried with him in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the book I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. I felt this matter could prove of some importance to you, thus I dispatched this letter without delay. Whatever you decide, please take exceedingly good care of yourself. Your Yen.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Muy importante eso. Muy importante. Afronto desconocido. Vamos a hacer... Después de esta misión, vamos a hacer esa misión. A ver, aquí no sé dónde estoy. Pero debe haber aquí un viaje rápido de alguna clase. Por aquí.
Ah, the serendipity. I'm so glad you're back.
¿Qué pasó?
Master Witcher, what luck to happen upon you.
Got work for me? New contract?
Of the contract in question, you acquitted yourself beautifully years past on your last sojourn in Beauclair. I was in a bit of a bind at the time, do you remember? Yet I swore a solemn vow to pay you in full one day.
Guess it rings a bell.
Sadly, you went on your way before I could settle matters with you. So, I took your coin and placed it in an account for safekeeping.
What kind of account?
A savings account at Cianfanelli Bank. You need but walk in and withdraw. The sum must be rather substantial by now.
Cianfanelli.
Thanks. Head over there first chance I get.
Interesante. Dichosa burocracia.
Stop by that bank.
I lent you coin.
A ver. Vamos encontrando aquí misiones por doquier. Vamos para acá. Preguntas, sí, pues mira tú. Aquí hay una placita. Ok, exactamente lo que quería.
Locks a la vie. Might be worth looking into.
Muy bien. Pero antes de hacer cualquier cosa, vamos para acá. Uf, ya tenemos aquí bastantes más cosillas que investigar. Pero vamos primero aquí. Es necesario ir aquí antes de hacer cualquier cosa.
Nice tune.
Bueno, son contratos.
Someone needs an escort. Not something I do often, but might be worth investigating.
Hágale caso a papá. Muy bien. Este es nuestro viñedo, prácticamente.
I'd rather be an eagle than a quail.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Fauti. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corfu Bianco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands. Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cutpurse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
If
my lips don't stink of wine, if my
The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
A crook in your back, what's your onion years?
Muy bien. ¿Qué más tenemos, muchacho?
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
Borrel.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Wine is better than stew, for stew you have to
He's
chew.
lumped off the head of many a king.
Sweet saint.
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
Ok. ¿Qué más tenemos ahí en nuestro viñedo?
Monsieur Bolius's wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation. Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Barnabas Basil. Un puentecito con un riachuelito. Todo de maravilla aquí.
If my lips don't stink of wine, my wife won't know they're mine.
Sardinillo.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Acá tenemos las
Here is the hero we can afford. Witcher,
Oh,
open
there you
the
go.
unbeliever's
The
eyes.
cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
Now I shall sing you a song. 1, 2,
Muy bien.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
y listo.
welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. But one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
¿Cuánto me cuesta?
Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
A ver.
That's all for now, BB. Thanks.
Primero vamos a ver. Un soporte para armaduras. Bien. Supongo que tengo que poner ahí una armadurilla interesante. Una de brujo. No tengo ningún trofeo. Aquí está mi... Supongo, vamos a ver. Tengo una armadura de zona magistral. Pero también tengo... Tenía una extra. Esta es de aquí. Luego una. Vamos a poner, ¿cuál será? La felina. No, chaqueta de cuero de guerrero. Esta. Vamos a poner. Plata viperina. Y vamos a colgar la espada de plata viperina. Y espada de plata viperina. Hacer viperina y espada de plata viperina. Bien. ¿Qué pasó? Listo. Vamos a colocar eso ahí. Y aquí estamos. Aquí puedo colocar otro cuadrito. Aquí puedo dormir. Vamos a poner aquí un par de espadillas. Poner esto. Y esto. A ver. Aquí espacio. Ahí. Y esto. Muy bien. Estas son las primeras armas de juego. Se ven muy bien ahí. Vamos a poner aquí esto aquí. Obviamente esta armadura no es completa. Aquí podemos poner otro cuadrito, pero no tengo más cuadros. Vamos a ver qué tenemos por arriba. Como un cuartillo de invitados o algo así. Y bueno, eso sería prácticamente todo lo que me señala. ¿Qué es esto? Ah, mira, tú es mi... ya entendí. Es mi librero. Ok. Y bueno, esto prácticamente sería mi... Mi viñedo. Cuántos vinitos por aquí, como pueden ver. Y obviamente voy a necesitar dinero para poder arreglar todo esto. Cabe lo más lógico. Aquí es donde nos enfrentamos al alamio. Y aquí es donde vamos a hacer vino. Ya lo verán. A ver, entonces vamos a hacer unos pequeños arreglos. A ver, primero a ver cuánto cuesta.
How might I be of service, sir?
A ver.
Starting to really like this place. Maybe we should keep going, refurbish some more. What do you think, BB?
As you wish, sir. Shall we see to the house or the grounds this time?
A ver, vamos a hacer cuánto cuesta la...
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
5,000, no está mucho.
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. They are the finest specialists around. Highly skilled at what they do, it shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, your eyes will behold your residence in its refurbished, rejuvenated, beautified state. Is there anything else you require, sir?
A ver, ¿cuánto me cuesta el terreno?
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more... useful.
Oh, yes. We certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
Esto es una mesa de reparación.
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompelli once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yeruga. I will contact him at once.
Ah, mira, no está mucho.
Good. Order me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will take at most 1 day to arrive. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
In my trade, my blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
Muy bien.
Then send out for one, please. A high-quality stone to be set up in the yard.
Of course. I shall send a runner to town at once. I believe you shall be grinding to your heart's content by tomorrow. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
De momento nada más.
That's all for now, BB. Thanks.
Era 3 días, un día, muy bien.
Every day the same. Wine, and more cracks swaddling wine. It's enough.
Bueno, vamos a dejar esto aquí de momento. Y vamos a ver, aquí tenemos, solo puede quedar uno. Encontrar el gran maestro de la fa... No. ¿Dónde está eso que dio Jennifer? Uf, aquí lo que tenemos, ¿eh? ¿Estos son puñetazos? La cosa afronta la desconocido. Sí, este es. Vamos ahí. Pues ya veremos cómo mejora nuestro viñedo. De momento vamos a aquí a la gran plaza. Y vamos a ver. La misión está para acá. Si no me recuerdo, que había un armero medio bueno, ¿no? Creo que era por acá abajo.
Dark secrets taints even a fairy tale that she like Toussaint.
Era por aquí, pero no me acuerdo muy bien dónde. Aquí tenemos un...
The exhibition of the original Dobry monuments will remain closed until further notice.
Closed? Why, we wrote an entire day to see it. You're a cheat.
None
of which I
should really show myself in. Please disperse. The exhibition is closed.
What's this about?
Oh, Lepiota, give me strength. I can't bear this, please. I believe I've been clear. No presentation today. wait! Are you not that famous witcher, Geralt of Rivia? I believe I have work for you.
Saw your notice. Mentioned a monument.
The matter is a delicate one, but mind you, I pay well. Alas, I can say no more at this stage. Interested?
¿Qué está pasando?
The statue. Just tell me, what's the problem?
A picture's worth 1,000 words. More, I dare say. Come with me. I'll show you. Here it is! Our pride and joy, Reginald Dalbury. A giant among lovers. A poking, puncturing swordsman, and atop all that, an unrifled tittler of harps and other organs.
Mm-hmm. So what's wrong with it?
How should I put this? It's lost its jewels.
Somebody stole the testicles off a statue.
No ordinary statue, mind you. The sole monument made using a cast of the great Reginald's own genitals, certified and authenticated. Sprung directly from his loins, they grant all who stroke them unparalleled virility. All who buy a ticket, that is. Thus, you must retrieve those stones.
Got my attention. Now tell me about this Reginald, all you know.
There's so much to tell. Legend has it he and the architect Pharamond planned and laid out Beauclair.
Impressed already.
In particular, Reginald took great pains to devise escape routes for lovers caught with their pants down. Literally and metaphorically. He later made frequent use of them himself. Not out of fear, mind you, but to avoid having to kill his rivals in duels.
Alright.
Any idea when the theft took place?
It must have been mere hours ago. I guided the last group through the exposition quite recently. Stones were very much in place.
Got any suspects?
Considering the vast potency of Reginald's prized pouch, everyone's a suspect. Who would not want it for himself?
Need to look around. Might find a clue or two.
Do what you must, as long as you return grasping Reginald's stones. Without them, Beauclair's entire tourist sector faces trying times. Trying times.
A ver, vamos a ver.
Saw marks are straight and clean. Precision castration, I'd call this. Dried bloodstain. Coat fabric caught on the nail. Heavy on cologne. Smell it'll lead me to the thief.
Don't worry, Red.
Under Duke Raymond's rule, such troubles were simply unimaginable.
Por aquí. Casi ni se ve esa huella de oro.
Sir de Pirac Perandet, how the mighty fall.
We shall long bear the scars of that witch's visit.
Por acá. Por aquí, por acá arriba.
I saw a dead man yesterday. Smelled funny and had no eye.
My heart's about to burst
Viva
from
la
the surfeit
fête!
of beauty.
Scent leads to this door.
Things are good.
Dark secrets taints even a fairy.
Oop. Sorry to interrupt, I guess.
This is not what it seems. Word of honor. I tripped, rolled, tumbled, and landed where she already lay.
Psst! Shoes! That's not him!
I swear, this is all an unfortunate coincidence. A series thereof. What?
That's not my husband.
You mean, not your husband? Who are you? And why are you in my home? Out! Now! Or I'll summon the guards!
Calm down. Just here to talk.
I believe we have nothing to talk about.
Oh, we do. We do. Just to kick things off, you're in great form for a man your age.
I eat well, start the day with a glass of wine. That preserves a body wonderfully.
Interesting. Might try it. Say, ever heard of Reginald Dobry, his statue?
Everyone in the city's heard of it. Reginald's a paragon, a national hero.
Cut the bullshit, Hughes. You stole Reginald's testicles. Know that already.
I can explain everything. This...
Rosalinda! I know you're in there! You and that fancy pants of yours!
Oh no, not him too. This really is not my day.
Got you, you rogue! Prepare for a shellacking, scallop! What the laugh's this? Rosalinda! One, I could forgive you, but two at one time!
Wait, got nothing to do with this.
Take me for a fool? I'll teach you to fish in another man's pond!
Got no time for this. Go home.
Yes, that'll be best. I'm done here.
I don't know you, but that would have gone horribly for me had you not intervened. I thank you for saving my skin.
Mm-hmm. So, time to talk.
Rosalinda, my dove, please allow us a moment. All right. I admit I stole the stones, and you will never believe it, but they work. Today, Rosalinda and I will 3 times and counting.
3 times? Impressive.
Isn't it? At my age. That's more than the entire last decade.
All the same, you stole those stones and you gotta return them.
Listen, perhaps we might strike a deal. Hmm? Let me keep the stones. I'll pay you. Grant me this, I beg you. They've made me young again.
Perhaps I could lend them to you. For 1 more day. What would you say to that?
A day is 3 more romps at the least. You've a deal, sir.
Muy bien. Espero un día que con toda la... Muy bien. Uf, ya está la mesa de medio y la piedra de afilar. Muy bien. Vamos aquí con Hughes.
I'm back.
Shh. Not so loud. You wake her. She'll want another go.
Wake who? Rosalinda?
Louisa, her cousin. She's voracious. Got an inexhaustible appetite. But I'm tapped out.
What's it matter that the spirit is willing when the flesh is simply spent? My heart near leapt out of my chest last time. Here, you must take the testes, and Lebioda grant you strength, as I dare say you will need it.
Ni que se está ciego, yo creo yo. Bien, vamos desde aquí. Vamos a devolver estas cosillas que tenemos en las manos.
To send a witcher against the beast. It is
A ver. Aquí está. Aquí está.
You, Silverlocks, looking for diversion?
Ahora tenemos que hablar con el buen señor que está aquí. A ver.
Well, have you recovered Reginald's family jewels?
Yep, got them back.
Lepioda's luscious lips, it's them! It's really them! I hope this modest reward nonetheless conveys the extent of my gratitude. And look in on us tomorrow for the grand reopening. You shall stroke Reginald at no charge on the house.
¿Listo? Bueno, vamos aquí. A ver, tenemos algo del banco también, un banco, ojalá que esté cerca de aquí. Solo puede quedar uno, no quieras de pegar, no. Caballero a sueldo, no. Estación de caballero, vuelve a jugar. Dichosa burocracia, este es. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver qué nos cuenta esa dichosa burocracia. Creo que era aquí. Ah, mira tú. Ah, no. Esto no es una casa. Esto es una casa, no es lo que yo esperaba. Bueno. Y aquí tenemos el banco.
Yes? Can I help you?
Welcome to Gianfinelli Bank, where we look after your coin as if it were our own, and the customer's always right. How might I be of service?
Got an account here. Like to make a withdrawal.
Naturally. Your name?
Geralt of Rivia.
Wait a moment, please, while I find the relevant record.
Un gatico.
I'm afraid I can't help you. Extraordinary circumstances, you see. There's a note in the records. The account holder is dead.
That's inaccurate, as you can see.
It's some kind of mistake. The note is clearly in error. To reactivate the account, you'll need permit 838. For more information, please go to window number 1.
¿Qué está pasando aquí?
Where's window number 1?
Decisiones difíciles, tiempos difíciles.
There's a catch. What can I do for you? Welcome to Gianfinelli Bank.
A ver qué hay aquí. Caja de seguridad de Gianfinelli. Y supongo que aquí es
Our bank is the pride of all Beauclair.
All in order?
archivo. Se me deja entrar como si fuese el dueño. ¿Sí?
Please bother someone else. Yes.
Aquí tenemos el empleo del banco. Bueno, ahorita aquí no va a poder entrar, ¿verdad? Es como la caja fuerte. A ver. Está cerrado.
Welcome to Chanfanelli Bank, where we look after your coin as if it were our own, etc., etc. How can I help you, sir?
I'd like to reactivate my account, so I need a copy of permit A38.
Wrong window, I fear.
Happen to know where I can do it then?
Let me think. Perhaps upstairs, in records? Or downstairs in the archive? You must ask them, sir.
Do just that.
What can I do for you?
Yes? Can I help you?
Push, shove, it's uncivil.
Sorry, gotta get through.
Halt there! What is this? Back off the queue, sir! Welcome to Chanfanelli Bank, where we look after your coin as if it were our own, and the customer is always right. How might I help you?
This where I get permit A38?
Naturally. Just hand me your Form 202, please.
Form 202? Just what are you trying to pull?
Sir, I'm not pulling anything. Just following procedure. Permit A38 can only be issued upon presentation of Form 202, as stated specifically in Ordinance N60. Please, go to window number 1.
Just came from there. Never mind. Be back shortly with Form 202.
Sir, jump into queue! How dare you! You cut in front of me, sir!
Well, couldn't really give a crap.
You boor! You churl! I will not stand for this! Just you wait, I'll teach you some manners!
Go on, hit me.
Oh, gentlemen, if you wish to raise a ruckus, do it outside. Outside, now!
¿Cómo no? Hasta para ir a la banca tengo que ir a pelear.
It's the third time this week. I waited.
What? Lost your nerve?
I shall teach you the meaning of decency.
Ah, te tengo, muchacho. De aquí no va a salir.
Poor simpleton, prepare to be humbled.
Ya está. ¿Qué más?
Uncouth.
Thieves ripping caskets from the ground, I'm sure.
It seems they've settled their dispute.
Because they're scared of the cult.
This case, no ointment could help.
Muchachos, a ver. Acá.
Come on. Where the hell she go? Hair pomade. Need to follow the scent. Could be the lead I need.
Barbaric land. You know her. She often goes deep in hock to put on a show. That little number likely costs
No
more than a
safer
remake
place
in a
than a
month.
bank.
I truly wonder who she got to lend her that much coin.
What can I do for you? Welcome to Chanfanelli Bank.
Yes? Can I help you?
No.
So you see, she claims puffed sleeves will be in fashion next season.
Excuse me. Got something I gotta take care of at window
You
1.
cannot be serious. I too find it hard to believe. For
Excuse me.
can you not see what it says there? We're on that break.
Celine, darling, sign this for me, will you?
Oh, there you are. Listen, there's something
We're on break.
Ah, you try to be polite, it just never gets through.
There's a catch.
You have no choice, I guess. Need to wait till we're done with the break.
Can I help you?
You must wait. They have the break now. So, what do you hope to get here, my friend?
Permit A38. Though, guess I need Form 202 as well now.
Form 202. Easy peasy. Certificate P. Now, that is a challenge. But, as we are both forced to wait, fancy a round of Gwent?
No.
See, you know this place pretty well. Must have taken care of a good amount of business.
Oh, naturally, my friend. Naturally. Indeed, I've managed to work the system a time or two. You see, such things require finesse, subtlety. Otherwise, you're stuck. I have seen them try everything. Magic, hypnosis, bribery. Nothing works.
Might as well go if nothing works. There's nothing I can do.
Be kind. Be pleasant. This and only this. The woman here, she sits at her window 12 hours each day without hearing so much as a good day from anyone. But muster up some flowers, some perfume. Well, you will resolve your matter lickety-split.
Right. Certainly worth a shot.
Good luck.
No sé si tengo aquí cositas. Pero creo que no tengo nada de eso, ¿verdad? He recogido cosillas, pero no creo... Ah, no, sí tengo unas flores. Aquí tengo también un perfume.
Welcome to Champanelli Bank, where we look after your coin as if it were our own, etc., etc. How can I help you, sir?
Need Form 202 to get a copy of Permit A38. Do you know that? Couldn't have told me? Wasted a lot of time because of you.
Please, sir. There's no need to lose your temper. I thought it obvious and thus needed no stating. The form will soon be ready. Name and surname?
Geralt of Rivia.
Let me find it. Get on, Gemel. Here it is. Geralt of Rivia. Sorry, sir, I cannot issue Form 202.
Excuse me?
The applicant in question has been declared dead, officially. Now, do tell me, sir, how am I to enter that into the ledger?
Like musky aromas, right?
And how would you know that, sir?
Smelled it. When you walked by. That scent you wear. Lovely. So I thought to myself, bet she'll like this too.
Oh, but I shouldn't, really.
Please, accept it as a token of my thanks for your help with my file.
Oh, my. You, sir, are quite the charmer. Ah, please, wait a moment. I shall fetch Master Cinfanelli. Perhaps he'll arrange something that excludes the paperwork.
You
tell him dinna disturb, but no, always some bugger who can't stand to wait. Plough me, who's this? Hearty greetings, Master Geralt. You haven't paid us a visit in eons.
Been a bit busy, but I'm back now and I need your help with something.
Of course. Now do tell, how can I help you?
Got a problem with my account. Wanted to withdraw some coins, see, but...
Nae problem there, we'll get you paid up in a jiffy. Just gonna need to settle yon tiny wee trifle.
Heard that already. Permit A38, among others.
Oh, my hands are tied without them, Geralt. But I see you're a quick learner in the ways of banking. You'll get them in a heartbeat.
Cianfanelli, no more excuses. Pay out my coin, now.
Come on, Master Witcher, for why the ire? There's no need. We'll have it all for you. You just need to see the necessary documents.
Got a document right here means a hell of a lot more than any of your forms or permits. Have a look.
Her enlightened highness. She's hired you.
Mm-hmm. And as her personal emissary, I demand access to my account, right now.
Aye, Master Witcher. This way. So how's the trade these days, Master Witcher?
Can't complain.
Good for you, because in our neck of the woods, things are dark, dark shite. Wine sales are stuck in the muck and sinking deeper. It's the fucking wretched names, I tell you. Folk out with the duchy haven't any notion how to say Cote de Blessure and all that. It twists their tongues in bloody knots. Makes them ashamed to ask for it. Done. Deposit box 256. Last one on the right.
Okay.
What the hell's this, Cianfanelli? Box is empty.
Well, coins got to circulate. So when we learned you were dead, Master, we, circulated yours. Purchased stocks, bonds, invested in a few vineyards. Before we knew it, there was hee-haw left in the box.
Really ought to call it what it is. You robbed me, plain and simple.
Nay, Master Witcher, never. I wouldn't dare.
Oh, you'd dare. And now you'll answer for it. Open the gate.
Master Witcher, I'll pay it all back, every red copper. I swear it on my nana's beard.
Got a week, not 1 day more.
You shan't regret this, I swear. I'll rustle it up, have it ready for you in 7 days.
Mm-hmm. See you then.
Muchachos. Espera, aquí una amarilla. No hay que hablar.
Welcome to Cianfanelli Bank, where we look after your coin as if it were our own, and the customer's always right. How might I be of service?
Vamos a cambiar unas cuantas monedillas.
I'd like to change some coin.
By all means.
¿Ya está?
Come by later.
Ever at your service, sir.
Uy, ya esta misión quedará por ahí. Vamos a hacer afronta desconocido. Está aquí. Ahora sí, vámonos directamente.
Keep calm. Start no brawls.
Come knights, come mates, come lords, come adventure.
Do monsters have mamas?
Creo que aquí. No, aquí. 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 Ah, no, no es aquí, no es aquí. Es ahí abajo. Sí, sí, aquí, aquí. Hola, muchacho.
Greetings.
A witcher from the School of the Wolf, here in Toussaint. Greetings.
I'm Lazar Lafargue.
Geralt of Rivia. Seem pretty enthused. Got a job for me?
Rather. Mind you, it's no monster hunt, but I'm sure you'll be interested all the same. I'm an armorer, see, and I've for years sought diagrams for Witcher armor of exceptional quality, Grandmaster level.
Just so happens that's why I'm here. Look what I found.
This is quite the coincidence. It's exactly one of the diagrams I meant.
Any idea how to find the others?
Of course. I just need a partner who will help me retrieve them. For a fitting reward, of course.
Vamos a ver qué tienes.
What do you have on offer?
Bueno, vamos a venderle esto, esto y esto. Listo.
All these diagrams somehow wound up in Toussaint? How is that even possible?
Toussaint was once home to Toussaint, a legendary and now deceased elfin master armorer. Witches from all corners of the world came to him to forge their plate, their mail.
Heard about him. Supposed to have been the best.
And thus he charged the king's ransom for his work. Witches would take difficult, dangerous work to earn the coin to pay him. Some, alas, met with misfortune, and the diagrams they carried were left to rot with their earthly remains.
Got it. Find them, find the diagrams. But how can I know where to look for their remains?
As it happens, I learned my trade at Toussaint's side. So I heard the stories of the missing witches firsthand. What he told me, well, that is what discouraged me from seeking the diagrams out myself. We must strike a deal. I shall tell you all I know of the remaining diagrams. In return, once you've found them, you will let me draft a copy.
Right.
This elven master, how'd he end up taking a human for an apprentice?
My father forged armor. As a youngster, I helped him, then began forging my own pieces. Master Toussaint saw my work and offered to take me on as his apprentice. Only now, years on, do I realize the honor that was. Alas, my master perished in a massacre later, slain by racists. Though he taught me everything he knew, I did not manage to complete the guild's requirements for Grand Master while he lived. I know I have no equal in the trade. Yet, until I complete Witcher armor of Grandmaster quality, I shall never be certain I've become my teacher's equal.
Where do I look for these diagrams?
I know of 5 likely fallen witches, each from a different school of the wolf, griffin, cat, bear, and manticore. Which should I start with?
Uf. A ver, del lobo.
Tell me about my brother, the wolf.
His name was Aton. I remember him well. My master liked him, helped him find a safe, yet a well-paid contract. A few years ago, an archaeological expedition arrived in Toussaint from Castel Gropia. They questioned my master about the elfin ruins at Termes. He warned them of the danger there and recommended they take Aton as an escort.
What kind of danger did he mean? Any idea?
Legend claims wraiths haunt the chambers beneath Termes. I cannot say if there is any truth to this, but both the scholars and the Witcher disappeared without a trace.
The Griffin. What can you tell me about him?
He came some 200 years ago, but my master remembered him well. This Witcher was not stripped of emotions, you see, as his colleagues were. He
had taken on a contract at Fort Toussaint and required better gear. He showed my master his diagrams, paid a deposit, and was never seen again. Apparently, he rode off one night from the fort, never to return.
Any idea where he went?
No. It said he left in a rush, so he may have left something behind. Only ruins remain of Fort Toussaint, but you may wish to search them.
Let's talk about the cat.
A year ago, Bartolome de Launay, the ducal armorer, asked me to confirm the authenticity of a Witcher diagram he had received by messenger. You see, at the time he was working on new armor for the ducal guard. A Witcher from the School of the Cat offered to sell him diagrams for a full set of gear. The diagrams would have been helpful indeed.
The diagram you saw, was it really a Witcher diagram?
Beyond any doubt. It's a shame Delaunay didn't let me draft a copy. He was quite shaken up, afraid the Witcher might simply kill him and take his coin. Possibly a well-founded fear. Soon after, Delaunay disappeared without a trace. I would have searched his former home for clues, but it has fallen into disrepair, and it is simply too dangerous there.
Tell me more about the bear, can you?
He appeared shortly after Master Tiensail took me on as his apprentice. I remember the bear-head medallion that hung from his neck. I remember a towering witcher who haggled like a fishwife.
Witchers never have too much coin.
True. This one clearly was not wealthy. But he pledged to bring us coin after he completed a contract at the Tufo vineyard, where a building had just collapsed. Time passed. The bear never showed, and my master sent me to the Tufo estate. As it turned out, the Witcher had indeed accepted a job. Yet that was all they heard of him, and that is all I know.
School of the Manticore. Probably know the least about it, though once, long ago, wore some armor forged there.
My master said the Manticores have their fortress in the Far East. A century past, one of their number came to him, a witcher named Merton. He made a poor impression on my master. He stank like a dwarfen still, and quarreled fiercely all the time. Tiensail slammed the door in his face and told him to return when he sobered up. He would conduct no business with a drunk. The Witcher, however, failed to return. Folk say he got into a booze-fueled brawl with the ducal guard. He was arrested and sentenced. Bastoy prison, where he was held, well, it's been a ruin for years. Still, you may want to start your search there.
School of the Manticore gear is really rare. All the more reason to search for the remaining diagrams.
Muy bien, vámonos de aquí.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
Ya tenemos todas las búsquedas de tesoros.
Fair town is hereby required to aid the Witcher in any way. A group of rogues.
No one gives a hoot about us poor folk.
La tumba de Moral. ¿Qué pasa aquí? Uf. Cada vez me encontrando más misiones así de estas. Pero esto está arriba.
I lent you coin for wine.
Dimedor sabido.
Terrifying at times.
Hola.
Whose notion of order is this? Why doesn't someone do something?
Charles Lanza.
What's this about?
Ah, the notice. Is that it? Are you a Witcher, Master?
Noises at the cemetery. You the one they bother?
Yes, yes, and I'm alone in that, it seems. That is, no one else has bothered to take any steps, though all must hear the racket. I took the matter up with the Ducal Guard. They claim they found nothing, but I'm not sure they even bothered to look. What's left for me to do? Should I sniff about the cemetery myself?
The noises, they pretty regular?
Each night, I live next door. I hear it loud and clear, as if through a horn someone had stuck in my ear. Ah! Hawk! Ooh! Firk! And then whack! Thud! As if a mother bear slammed pate first into a cupboard.
Know exactly what you mean. How much will I get for this?
How much would you like?
A ver, vamos a hacer 55.
Agreed.
Bueno, vamos.
Fine, I'll tend to it. Any victims? Someone go missing recently? Or are we just talking noises?
No one's come to harm, thank the gods. Why? Do you think it might be a monster?
Could be, but doesn't need to, though. Might also be grave robbers, tramps. Remains to be seen.
I can't rightly say what would be worse. Whatever the case, Godspeed, Master.
Muy bien. Bueno, como estamos viendo en el cementerio mismo, nos queda de paso.
Few drops of wine, and lo and behold,
Listen, good folk. Listen here. Would you spare
¿Qué pasó? Uf. A ver. Más sin sé cuantitos, ¿no? Philip dice que no. Parece que aquí está aquí. Aquí está.
Inscriptions in Elder speech. Salvation lies not in Dolnevde, but in our hearts. Glory be to Eldarin. Damn, Professor's journal's long gone. Guess somebody else found out about it too. Should look around, see if I can find something else. Professor certainly can't do much to help me with my search.
A ver.
Footprints, narrow and shallow. Somebody small, light. Woman, maybe? Wonder where they lead. Damn it, trail breaks off. Wonder if the grave robber learned more than I did. Won't learn anything else here. Map Yen sent me will have to do. Also, Epitaph mentioned both Eldarin and Dolnevde, Valley of the Nine.
Acá, muchacho. Okay. Uf. Bueno, aquí tengo que encontrar un tesoro. Que vete a saber dónde está. Pero supongo que está en el agua, ¿verdad? Suele ser que está en el agua. A ver. Afronta la desconocida. Comprueba la locación. Vamos a hacer un viaje. Son rápidos. Es que tenemos algún punto de partida. Ah, no. ¿Dónde está? Ah, tengo que ver el mapa, ¿verdad? Ahí está. Muy bien. Uf, tengo aquí libros pero de sobra. Tengo que vender esto urgentemente.
Site marked on the map's all wet now. Saw a tour flows through there. Must be where the Valley of the Rhine once lay. Need to explore the location.
Ahora sí. Ah, maldición. No tengo nada por ahí. Bueno, vamos para acá. Tenemos que ir a caballito. No nos queda de otro que ir a caballito.
That's it, Roach.
Se me queda taco aquí de kill.
You'll frighten me, kiddies.
Viñedo, Belgarath, ok.
Women and chops. The more you beat
If
them,
my
the
lips
better
don't
they are.
stick of wine.
You've the look of a knight. Over there, monsters have come.
A ver. ¿Qué es esto? A ver. Unos pequeños embriagos nada más. Como este. Concha.
Gotta blow this up if I want to get rid of the Endrigas.
Ah. Listo. ¿Ya está? Listo, muchachos, ¿todo bien?
I'd stump wine with that one. We would stump till we were red and sweaty.
No, you need but stick out your hand to be pissed. Lift up your bum to make way for
Vámonos.
What now, you piece of filth?
¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué demonios es esto? No puede ser posible. Odio los alfajores de estos. No. Acá. Tiro. Listo. Acá, acá. Ya. Ya está. Es esto. Ah, ya estamos aquí en el cementerio, muy bien. Pensé que había algo aquí. Vamos a nivel 43. Muy bien.
Damn, you're ugly.
Ya está. Vamos por acá a ver qué nos cuenta. Si encontramos... ¿Qué demonios? Aquí más que por el lado. Aquí vamos con el spring. Quietos, muchachos. No. Está roto. Está.
Spores will sprout again. Should destroy the area if I want to get rid of them for good.
Ya está. Estamos cerca, pero no sé. Por aquí. Voy a buscar la entrada. Uf. Bueno, aquí. Cuidadito. Aquí hay unos anegados. Ajá. Bueno, no me hace mucho daño. Tenemos que buscar algo que está por acá. Ahí. Concha, no murió. Ya está. Ahora sí. Voy a investigar la cosa por aquí, pero necesitamos una poción de orca para aguantar más. Para ver mejor y aguantar más también. Por aquí podemos entrar. Sí, aquí tenemos cositas también. Ahí. Bueno, acá hay una cueva, como pueden ver. Pero mi pregunta es, ¿en la cueva hay algo? Aquí como una especie de... Hay que encontrar una llave. Una llave sueño. Me parece que aquí hay algo. Aquí hay algo. Pero no. Un cuerpo pero sin nada. A ver. Aquí hay más huesos. Llave tal vez. No, anillo nada más. Aquí hay algo más. No. Tal vez encontremos una llave por aquí. O sea, por estos restos. Telepática, orines, cenizas. Telepática. Ahora vamos a subir porque nos estamos muriendo. Aquí hay algo. Aquí hay unos huesos. Unas cenicitas. Aquí hay un cofre. Y aquí tenemos un portal. Y
Grave robber must have found something in Moreau's tomb to activate the entry portal. Wonder what surprises this place has in store.
Frontal a lo desconocido. Uy. Vamos, espero que no sea la misión que pienso que es. Que odio esta misión. Si es que es la misión que pienso, odio esta misión.
Implanted spikes. Sick sense of humor someone's got.
Creo que podemos Podemos aquí saltarnos todo esto. Por aquí. Aquí tenemos un cofre. Las boticas aquí. Okay, pasamos por aquí. Por aquí. Y estamos al otro lado. A ver, algo por aquí. Tenemos un barril de estos. Por acá hay más cositas. Vamos a guardar. Poner aquí Queen. No, espera. ¿Hay una forma de desactivar esto? Quitamos esto. Ya está. Vamos a doblar aquí por si acaso. Aquí tenemos mineral, dice que dioricalco, creo que decía. No, maldición, ya sé cuál es esta edición. Ya sé cuál creo que es.
Never liked cats.
Muy bien. Un poquillo de experiencia. No, no son portales. Pues aquí va. Aquí hay un hueco. Aquí hay un hueco y... A ver. Bueno, ya me boté. No hay vuelta atrás. Concha. ¿Qué es esto?
Blood-soaked. Grave robber was wounded while attempting the climb. Needed to bandage up. Managed to avoid the panthers at least.
Bueno, aquí va a ser una caída mortal. Creo yo. Okay. Diario del profesor Bravo. Una ballesta, aquí parece activar una trampa. Ahorita por aquí no me puede pasar. Vamos a ver. Ah, dilo tú. Aquí no se activa la trampa, ¿verdad? Ok. Oh, demonios. Estamos recogiendo cositas interesantes que podemos vender. O quién sabe, también podamos... Ay. Ya sé dónde estoy. Obviamente. El camino es por aquí. Ah, sí. Por aquí mismo, sí. Bueno, aquí tengo que este se va a despertar, ¿verdad? Ah, sabía.
Oh crap. Didn't I just do this?
Ok, por aquí. Se aparece una puerta y parece que se puede abrir. Bien. Unos minerales aquí que pueden servir. No puede ser posible. Creo que sí es lo que estoy pensando. Uy, casi me caí.
course. Locked. Notes I found mention 4 protruding stones. Gotta press them somehow. Crossbow, maybe? Try to hit them.
Okay. Falta abrir. A ver. ¿Cuántas me falta? 2. Obviamente voy a tener que... Vamos a guardar aquí por si acaso me caiga.
Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself.
Sabía. Sabía. No importa, estamos aquí nomás. A ver, ¿qué examinamos esto?
Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself.
Obviamente para allá no podemos pasar. Pero creo que puede haber algo ahí. A ver. Ahí creo que es otro. Ajaja. Y... otra... Bueno, no veo nada ahí. Ahí está, ya la vi. Listo.
Ah, did it.
Uy. Sé que el hueco. Esas pepitas ya no me vienen de pelos, ¿no? Sí, es lo que yo pensé.
Interesting as places go. Seems someone put a lot of thought into its design. Should look around.
Es lo que yo pensé, muchachos.
Invited guest. Intruder. You are not welcome.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Ya está. El problema de aquí es que aquí había un portal. Y muchos portales son trampas. Vamos a ver.
Great. Portals. This just keeps getting better.
Y realmente no me acuerdo del orden de esto. No me acuerdo para nada del orden. Estamos por aquí.
No. Damn it. Back where I started.
A ver. Vengo por aquí, vamos por acá. ¿Dónde está la mano? A ver, vengo por aquí, ¿no es cierto? Me metí el de acá. Vamos por acá. No.
Damn it. Back where I started.
Entonces, me metí acá, vamos al frente.
Damn it. Wrong again. There'll be some clue around here.
A ver. Ahí está.
Right. Now to find the next portal.
A ver, según esto me indica que está allá la cosa. Vamos a ver si es cierto. O sea, pero no puedo entrar ahí. Ah, sí, pero si bajo, sí podemos. No tienes que bajar. Necesito subir por aquí. Sube. Gracias. secuencia. Bueno, lo lógico sería que sería esta, ¿verdad? Porque esa me está señalando aquí.
Alright, now to find the next portal.
A ver, el siguiente. ¿Cuál sería el siguiente? El siguiente sería... Concha, que se me caigo. No, no te caigas. El siguiente sería... Según esto... Este. Está señalando este. A ver. Ah, pues sí. Ya está.
Must be where Moreau had his lab.
Papá, le hemos conseguido a la primera. Bueno, no tanto a la primera. Solo al principio fallé, pero bueno, ya estamos, ya estamos.
Crystals. Should mount them in the megascope. Missing 2 crystals.
¿Y tú qué es?
Just need to pick an entry.
A ver, primera entrada.
The 18th of Yule, year 1102. Today I begin my great life's endeavor, one greater and more significant than any I have thus far undertaken, for it relates to me personally, to myself and my son. When 15 years passed, a beast of the forest assaulted me. A witcher came to my aid, saved my life. I could not know that for said salvation, I would in the end pay by relinquishing any say as to my own son's fate. Had I the skill to turn back time, I would have done so, and perished rather than surrender to the Witchers my only son. But as it was, on the day when Jerome was taken, I swore an oath on my honor that I would recover my son. Today, following years of research and preparation, I have at last devised a device that allows me to study mutations. If the gods in their goodness grant me but a bit of favor, I shall find a way to reverse said mutations and restore Jerome to a normal life.
So, Professor wasn't out to enhance Witcher mutations, wanted to reverse them. Wonder if he managed, and if there's anything in it for me. Crystal for this entry's missing. Might be somewhere. Should look around.
Bueno, no puedo salir de aquí. No me deja salir.
Crystal for this entry's missing. Might be somewhere. Should look around.
A ver.
Observation number 30. The mutations do not set in at once. Curiously, they do not develop over a span of time. Rather, for a mutation to progress towards completion, the appropriate mutagen must be applied continuously. The subject does not bear this well, but I found a way to make the mutations less taxing, invasive. To the mutagen base, I add the albumin of a mutated giant centipede egg. Stored in a glass terrarium, the eggs do not develop, remain small. The eggs themselves are a sight to behold. Mutated, they are luminescent, emitting a wondrous glow. I can only hope my addition of the albumin will produce no significant side effects. Time will tell.
Creo que no voy a poder encontrar los otros megascopios. Creo que me salté esa parte.
Years of experiments, research, sacrifice, all for naught. I have failed to achieve my defined objective. Each mutation I applied to my subjects proved ineffective when applied to Jerome. What I meant to cure him of his witcherism, that which I meant to restore to him a normal life, only deepened his mutations, further augmented his speed and strength, rendered him yet more inhuman. It seems my son must remain a witcher forever. I have failed. The time has come to abandon this place. Return home to Lydia. She may yet deign to take me back. The contraption and mutagens I leave here. Let them wither and crumble. As did my dreams of regaining my son.
So the professor wanted to reverse the mutation's effects. Ended up deepening them. Stroke of luck for me. Could profit from his failure. So, Professor tried to neutralize the effects of Witcher mutations. Only managed to enhance them, though. Used the albumins of giant centipede eggs as his mutagen base. Need to go on an egg hunt.
A ver, si tenemos todavía que encontrar los otros dos cristales, vamos a ver si podemos encontrarlos. Aquí hay uno. Esta primero falta buscar esto.
Guessing this man didn't come here willingly. Intriguing as machinery goes, but how do I start it up? Moreau must have kept his son in here. Grim.
¿Dónde está el otro? Vamos a buscarlo por aquí. Creo que está acá. Aquí está. Exactamente. No.
Preserved organs. Hope their donors weren't forced to give them up.
Y por aquí esto va a ser la salida, ¿verdad? Sí. Me da la clara impresión que va a ser la salida. Vamos a ver aquí.
This crystal must go here. All crystals in place. Show me what you got. Just need to pick an entry.
Creo que estaba la segunda y la cuarta. A ver, la segunda.
Observation 22. Despite applying a surfeit of toxic substances, significantly more than usual, the subject displayed no symptoms of overdosing. I believe this to be an effect of the mutations. Thus, a minor success. This mutation should allow Jerome better to tolerate toxicity.
La cuarta.
Observation 58. Sometimes failure is the catalyst for success. I've discovered a method by which one type of mutagen may be transmuted into another through the addition of certain ingredients. This is a great day for science. In addition, I observed that today's dose of mutagens brought the subject to the brink of death. He then suddenly awoke, revived, his strength renewed. Not wholly, of course, but he did in a sense come back from the edge of death. Whether this is attributable to his mutations or to pure coincidence cannot be ascertained. I must conduct further experiments.
Ya está. Vámonos.
Seen enough.
Ya, más información de aquí no podemos sacar. A ver qué es esto.
Quite the library. Mostly tomes on mutations and genetics.
Bueno, aquí obviamente esto, si no tenemos se abre este portalillo, pero tenemos que encontrar un mutágeno de, no mutágeno, sino una cosilla por acá. Estos buenos enemigos son bastante jodidos, les digo. Tenemos que atraparlos con Irden. Ahí. Concha. Pues ahí. Ahí fue. Ya está. Hay otro. No. Se fue. Tengo, maldito. Ya está.
Sorry, need your eggs.
Ok, algo más. Un poquito más. Acá es. Ahí. Ya te tengo. Muy bien. Ya lo tenemos todo. Aquí algo más. Concha, casi muero. A ver. Entonces, esto ponemos aquí.
Intriguing as machinery goes, gear. And how do I start to drop my armor, leave my weapons?
A ver. Ahí. Entrar ahí descalzo. Todo desnudo. ¿Listo? Ah, muy.
Professor's mutagens might work on me as they did on his son. Well, time to find out.
Uf. Parece que estamos ya a otro nivel. Ahorita por aquí no voy a poder regresar, ¿verdad? Bueno, pongamos la armadura. La armadura y mis armas. De regreso. ¿Listo? Vamos por aquí. Muy bien, aquí tenemos como una especie de cueva también, que nos da algo, pero no sé qué es. Estaba pensando que la llave estaba por aquí, pero al parecer no hay nada. Okay. Pero bueno, muchachos, yo creo que eso va a ser todo por el día de hoy. Bueno, aquí voy a seguir investigando ya después, eso ya por mi cuenta. Puede que haya algunas cosas por allí. Justamente aquí es la misión principal. Pero bueno. Vamos a ver qué... Maestro. No. No. Esto no está. Vamos a esperar unos días más a ver qué pasa. ¿Listo? Vamos ahí. Vamos a hacer un viajezón rápido. Acá. Y vamos a regresar a Coro Bianco a ver cuáles son las mejoras que hemos obtenido. Y hacemos eso y lo dejamos por ahí, muchachos. Porque ya se nos está pasando mucho tiempo. Y no creo que sea como el otro anterior. Con el video anterior que se nos fue bastante el tiempo. Oye, vamos aquí. Y vámonos a Coro Bianco. A ver qué ondas. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Cuánto dinero tengo? Tengo poco dinero y ni siquiera tengo tan buenas cosas. Demonios. Bueno.
The days pass. The pile of
A
work
man who
remains.
dare not down some red is a man who
Ahí, bueno. Uf. Como que me acuerdo bastante la situación. Bien, me gusta.
Renovations coming along all right, Barnabas Basil?
Superbly, sir. General refurbishment has been completed, and I took the liberty of adding 2 racks, each upon which you might hang weapons and armor, if you've some pieces you'd like to display. Likewise, I have prepared a few spots in which new paintings might be hung. In other news, the laborers dusting out the cellar have made a most unusual discovery. I believe it's something you'll wish to see.
If you say I should see it, I'll go see it right now, BB.
Bien. Tenemos nuevas cosillas aquí. Todo mejoradito. Todo limpiecito. Muy bien, me gusta. Vamos a ver cómo está mi cuarto. Uf, este ya es diferente. Se nota la diferencia. No tengo ningún cuadro. Muy bien. A ver, vamos a ver aquí el... ¿Qué tenemos? ¿Qué es esto? Trofeo. Pues está bien.
Strange. Something behind this wall, I think.
A ver qué tenemos aquí. Un laboratorio.
A laboratory. Must have been an alchemist at one time.
Carta de Julius dice cuantitos. Ah, mira tú, aquí podemos devolver sin... ¿Y esto qué nos da? Ah, amigo, tú. Aquí podemos desmontar los mutágenos que tenemos de los monstruos. Exactamente, muy bien. Y bueno, ¿qué hemos conseguido con esa ultra mejora? Vamos de acá. Y aquí se nos abre todo esto, ¿sí ven? Entonces, tenemos 4 espacios más para poner habilidades. Y aquí en C tenemos que gastar puntos de habilidad y mutágenos para subir ciertas habilidades que podemos tener. Una se dedica solo a las señales, otra solo al ataque, o sea, con espadas, y otro, por ejemplo, a pociones y aceites. Desde aquí son únicamente de señales. Este es de combate y señal. Este es de combate y señal. Y que ahorita solo únicamente de combate. Hay unas que sí son buenas, otras no tanto. Pero bueno, esto va a ser muy difícil conseguir todo, porque no vamos a subir mucho más de nivel. O sea, tal vez subimos unos 6 niveles más o 7 y nada más. Una de las que es muy buenas es esta. Esta es una de las muy buenas que podemos hacer. Pero necesitamos 2 puntos de habilidad para poner esta misión. Esta misión, digo, este mutágeno. Esta también es muy buena. Esta es de combate. Este es baño de sangre. Y bueno, estas son de las... Inicio de potencia, ataque, no. Esta es muy buena también, segunda vida. Esa no me interesa. Esta es muy buena también, réplica mortal. En general yo utilizo solo esto y esto. Creo que una de estas dos sí vamos a activar. Podría ser esta o esta. Ahí lo veremos. Bueno. Muy bien. Vamos a ver si es que podemos aquí seguir aquí.
BB, know anything about the laboratory in the cellar? One of the previous owners take an interest in alchemy.
A laboratory? Alchemy? I know nothing of it. But I understand that to a witcher this must be a very intriguing find.
It is. It was walled up. Equipment's pretty ancient too, so it must have belonged to someone who lived at Corvo Bianco before you started working here. Whoever it was sure knew their stuff, though. Got dragon glass vials and flasks, stills, sublimators, vengerometers.
Forgive me, sir, but I fear I don't follow.
Just saying, it's top-notch equipment. True masterpieces of craftsmanship for use in alchemy. Brewing a concoction with this stuff versus doing it over an open fire? Well, there's no comparison.
Then I am all the more delighted you discovered it, sir.
A ver, models, una reformilla más.
Starting to really like this place. Maybe we should keep going, refurbish some more. What do you think, BB?
As you wish, sir. Shall we see to the house or the grounds this time?
Vamos a ver los terrenos.
Starting to get into this whole renovating thing. There must be other things we can improve.
What a splendidly wise idea. Now that the general refurbishment is done, why not see to the grounds? Perhaps renovate the stables, or return Madame Bolis's garden to its former verdancy?
You know, Roach, my horse? Well, we've been through a lot together. And since I finally got a decent place to stay, I think she deserves one too.
Oh, a sturdy stable testifies to a most honorable owner. Just say the word, and I'll have them start working on it at once.
¿Cuánto me cuesta? 2000. Esto está bueno.
My Roach deserves the best. Have them refurbish the stables.
I shall get to work at once. Yet finding workmen and completing construction takes time, though likely no more than 2 days. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
A ver, plantar hierbitas.
So, sometimes I have to brew a potion, but I can't find the herbs I need growing anywhere nearby.
Well, you're in luck, sir. The flower garden, once kept by Madame Nina, Monsieur Boleus's wife, seems the ideal place to cultivate herbs. In fact, it's roomy enough to plant shrubbery.
Good idea, Barnabas Basil. Herbs there will save me hours of painstaking searching and harvesting.
The idea is yours, sir. I am but the humble executor of your will. I believe we shall have sown the first seeds in 2 days' time. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
¿Cuánto me cuesta la casa?
Feels like by investing a bit of coin, I could make the house more functional.
Indeed, momentum is best maintained once established. Now that we've finished the general renovations, you might begin to consider such things as a new bed, or additional armor stands, or weapon racks. Also, some new furnishings and a fresh coat of paint on the walls would do much to improve the guest quarters.
¿Cuánto es el cuarto de invitados? ¿Cuánto cuesta?
Was wondering about the guest room. Not that I'm expecting company, but...
Oh, but that is immaterial. All self-respecting homes should boast a comfortable guest room. What if someone were to drop by unannounced?
No cuesta mucho.
Yeah, sooner we start on that, the better.
I can tell a man of action immediately. I'll see to it myself. The room shall be ready in 2 days, in my opinion. Is there anything else you require, sir?
De momento nada, muchacho.
Let's put a pin in this for now. Remembered I have some urgent business to tend to.
Not the slightest problem, sir. I'm here to serve whenever you desire.
A ver, vamos a esperar unos par de editas. A ver qué pasa. Ahora sí. Otra vez. Y estoy otra vez. Creo que ya va a estar. Muy bien. Vamos a estar el jardín, los establos, el cuarto de invitados. Aquí están. Bien. Exactamente, aquí están los establos. Todo mejoradillo. Muy bien. Es cierto, antes de cualquier cosa vamos a ver cómo está esta parte de acá abajo. Porque supuestamente está reformado, ¿verdad? Vamos a ver cómo está. What's stable? Ah, no stable. No hay nada nuevo aquí. Bueno, ya creo que lo iríamos dejando por aquí, muchachos. Vamos a ver el jardín este. Pero bueno, ya se pinta mejor la cosa. El jardín creo que estaba por acá, vamos a ver. Exactamente, este es el jardín. Sí. Ya tenemos nuevas cositas por aquí. Albahaca de Nazar, flor de loto azul, anís y cuantitos. Y ya tenemos aquí plantitas más que podemos ir recogiendo. Me gusta esto. Y lo único que nos falta realizar es el cuarto de invitados. Muy bien. Este cuarto de invitados está mejor que mi cuarto. No tengo nada aquí todavía. Pero bueno, ya las otras mejoras ya las iré haciendo ya por mi cuenta. Vamos a ver aquí la camilla. Siempre que dormimos en nuestro cuarto tenemos unas pequeñas mejoras, por ejemplo esto. Y trae una máxima de 500 puntos, 5 de experiencia adicional en combate, señala una caricia de bamba de las pociones y Salinilla tiene 100% de vigor. Sí, tenemos bastantes cosas ya mejoradas. Bueno, muchachos, espero que les haya gustado y nos veremos en la siguiente vez. Nos vemos.
I've a daughter, you know. She's fit